the market did what we kind of expected it to do. If you look on the chart, so this is NQ, the Nasdaq, the big Nasdaq 100, and on my chart we have the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA, the 50 EMA, and I have the 50 EMA right here. So, since there's no more war, Trump coming to say there's no more war, the market just ran up. It just ran all the way up. Let me go to the weekly. We have the weekly here. It's been all greens on the week. We just have one red candle on the week, just one red candle straight shooting up. But we can also say that we know nothing goes straight up. Nothing is expected to go straight up. So from for now, we're in an uptrend. And I'm not calling a crash or anything shape. I like the bull market. I like pro US. I like all that stuff. But we can't deny technicality. On Sunday, the 24th, Trump came and said, "Oh, the war is over," and the market just gapped. We gapped from 29, 551, like 150 point right here. If you go on the 1 hour, you can see the gap clearly. There was a gap here. It was a Sunday, and we just got pumped, and we never came to fill this gap. One thing we know about the market is the market doesn't like gaps. The market doesn't like where trades didn't happen because some part of the market didn't participate in that market because it shows that there was no trade that actually happened in that space. So market likes to come to retrace there. And before market continue to go up, even though from here, from 29, 670, market has gone a lot more higher, but there's a potential and there's a possibility that we need to start seeing some kind of back test, some kind of liquidity grab. And the places I pay attention for the most are fair value gaps where market didn't actually touch, where trades didn't happen, where people were in there was no part there was low participation on the 4 hours, which is where I like to anchor most of my technical angles before I go to the lower time frame. Is this big fair value gap on Tuesday the 28th? Market just ran up overnight. It was an overnight trade. This was, I think, London. This was London trading time. So the New York stock market wasn't able to participate in it from 30,110 to 30. It's like 100 point bounce, which is really decent, which is not shocking ever since we've been flying. It's not shocking at all to see moves like this. But one thing we know is for every move like this, for every big dash like this, the market always comes back to retest it, probably twice sometimes. There's you rarely find the market just go straight up without people because some people weren't able to participate in all of this and they want to participate. They don't like it. The big players, the big callers, they don't like when they didn't participate in something. So they like to bring the market back and engage and go. Then you see some people coming in and say, nope, we didn't participate. We need to participate. They bring it back. So market, it's good for market to get big green candles, these Marabuzo candles like this, but it's also it's also thoughtful to consider people that didn't participate. So that's the way I said. I say like normal economics, demand and supply. People didn't trade here, or the market was sold at this time, and some people were like, "Oh, why was the market open? I wasn't there. I wasn't at the market. So hello, we need to come and trade. I need to participate. I need to be among these people. So you know what? I'm just gonna short it right here and re-enter it right here. So it's just to bring grab liquidity. They have others already sitting right there. So what you see when market comes to places like Fair Value Gap, it shorts right up. You don't want to be caught holding the bag when they short the market. You think they're shorting it to die? No, they're shorting it to go grab their order sitting right there. So the same thing. Oh, what did I do? The same thing applies to this level. This is a fair value gap on the 4 hours. People didn't participate here. It was a London session. I think it was an Asia session, a London session. Was it Thursday? It was a Thursday to 28. Market just got boom. New York open. New York were like, nah, we have to participate. They did a little bit. They brought it down, but it's not enough. This is not a complete closure of this gap. This is not. They're still leaving conversations on the table. So what have we seen after that? Market goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up. It's still bull flagging technically, but it's not denying the fact that it comes back to this level every single time. And what we saw today was the loss of the 21 EMA after this major pump. So we just lost 21 EMA. That this is a back test. This is currently Asian market going on, back testing, whatever they do, I won't be surprised if London start and they bring it back to the 9 EMA to back test it, or right here from the 21 EMA, we'll just see a major rejection from here to come back to this level, which is a 30,331. But from here, I'm also eyeing this level. I'm eyeing this big fair value gap. They come into this fair value gap with where the 50 EMA is sitting. I would not be surprised. Then, if you look at the volume profile, you can really see that trade didn't actually happen in this space. There was less trade that happened in here than the major fair value gap that they don't have to fill all gaps. Let me say that before it. But I will, where I love to look for liquidity grabs are fair value gaps. Places like this, low pockets where majority of the market they trade right here, low pockets right here. But there's this gap right here, sitting right here. I would not be surprised we see something like this. We come like this. I'm not saying this is gonna happen tomorrow, but this is the first level I'm looking out for tomorrow. For tomorrow trade, I'm looking out for this level, 30,322. Right here. This is I don't want to say it's inevitable, but I would be surprised if market doesn't come down this level tomorrow. But I want to see it come a little bit more lower, probably to the top of this gap or probably to the bottom of this gap. And let's see if buyers can step back in. Let's see if this is enough liquidity for them to push it back up. So I'll expect to see something like this come back like this, then and these days they don't even do this much and they just shoot back up. But if this is not happening tomorrow, I expect to see the second option, which is, give me 1 second. Let me move this to the side. Um, I expect to see this. We come, if we close under this gap, probably by Friday, I expect to see them to kind of retest this gap. The market, always remember, nothing goes straight down, nothing goes straight up. Those two factors are the honest truth. And even if we come down here, we're still very much in the bull market. From what we have on the weekly, it's still very much a bull market. But if this liquidity is not enough for them, and let me preface by saying that for market to go up, there has to be a grab of liquidity. Some people have to be liquidated out of their position. Then they need to be distributed. Then that liquidity gets distributed to the upside. If I have 10 bucks and I'm participating in the market and I put my 10 bucks in the market and it goes up, but there are people that didn't participate here. It's wise for me to come down and grab those guys' liquidity and make my average better and go back up. So I'm in a better position that way. But if this is not enough liquidity for them in this fair value gap, I expect them to come at the very minimal touch the top of this gap. But from if I was shorting from this top right here, or maybe I short from here. At the point we get to the top of this gap, I'm getting out of my short because this is very much a bull market, and you don't want these bulls to do what they've been doing to you. You don't want to be among their liquidity. There will be liquidity. There will always be people that will be the liquidity. Look at what they've done. Look at this beauty. So you don't want them to come down here and you think, oh, now we're going all the way down. Nah, 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 that's not the time. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We need to start seeing change of structure on daily. We need to start seeing major change of structure. But all we have for now on 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 the daily has just been they come up bull flag, say little bull flag, little like they don't even want to give the bull flag. It's they're that stingy. Like so, is when we had the major pullback was to the 9 pop one. So it's expected that we might be coming back to the 9, probably to the 20. Probably to the 20 on daily. At the very minimal, I think the Bears deserve that opportunity. They kind of deserve that opportunity so that they don't feel that much bad. So by the point where they come here, I expect them to shoot back up. Another one that I like to confluence with is the ES. I love the ES because it gives a better confluence. It's like than I don't like focusing on the NQ alone because you just wanna you don't want to spread your basket like that. Um, ES also lost the 21 EMA today. Fill this gap. It's kind of closing under this gap. This is what I expect from NQ tomorrow. Let it even come to this big fair value gap that ES is already in. ES is already ahead of the game. It's like, nope, I'm just gonna go ahead. NQ, you can join me later. This is ES fair value gap. This is the ES fair value gap right there. It came, it tapped into the fair value gap. But like I said, market doesn't like one tap. Sometimes some people are like, nah, we didn't participate. Nope, we have to come back. And it's 75,500. It's 7,500 right there. 7,500. It's pretty decent. Nobody want to let go of 75 because you don't want to be in 14,000 tomorrow, and you're like, nope. So everybody's like, you know what? Let's just do what we need to do and move on. So the market is coming down. Tomorrow, I expect come down, back test, come to the same spot. At the point it's getting to this spot, I'm getting out of my shot. I am so getting out of my shot. But if the bulls are like, you know what, let's let them get comfortable. This is the max comfort level I'm expecting for tomorrow. A very max comfort I'm expecting for this week. The at this point, then we need to start seeing evening stars. We need to start seeing evening stars shaping up here, like in minutes, in 15 minutes candles shaping up here, and they shoot it back up. You don't want to be caught right here. It's the same bet is they get to this bottom, you get out, just click out, click out. Then let's go to some equity. Let's go to some equity just to give perspective of what tech is doing. I like Meta. I love Meta right now. I just like what it's doing. It's actually doing nothing. It really is doing nothing. There's nothing much to Meta right now. But I just love the fact that it can come and do this. It chops around a certain point for a long time. Like this is 13th of February to like 13th of March. Like it does that. It does that humble thing. Then before you know, it just changes direction on everybody. So today I picked up Meta right here and I sold at this top, but I didn't buy Meta itself. I bought METU, which is the dot, which is to leverage of Meta. Same thing. Bought a lot of shares on it, loaded it. Some of my team members also loaded it right at this bottom, and we took it up to this level. We weren't trying to be selfish. We weren't trying to be greedy, and we left some for the market. You know, we sold at 2,500, and we just left it. So we expected to still do more of this, more of this. So this is since April to 29. This might continue to like wait, this is April, so oh, it should be done. It should be done. But hey, I won't be surprised if this continues like this till like the 29th of June. It's Meta. But after that, expect strange movements, very strange movement like this. Movements that don't have explanations. You see Meta start flying out on small news that don't even count. And the next one I want to go into is Microsoft. I love Microsoft because I love IGV. IGV is one stock that I really love right now. I love IGV right now because it mirrors Microsoft. So I love Microsoft. I love this breakout. This breakout that happened right here after consolidation from April the 16th to May the 28th. It consolidated, then we shot out from nowhere. We just shot out, pump, and we're like, okay, we filled this gap, kind of fill this gap a little bit, maybe just some tiny more to to perfectly fill in this gap. Let me see it on the daily. Yeah, there's a little bit more gap up there. And buyers are like, nope, we've tried, we've done our best. And sellers are like, you know what, we're taking it from here. But this is where I'm looking for Meta to hold. I need to see Meta start showing strength at this 429. Sorry, Microsoft. They need to start showing strength at this 429. Any sign of strength at this 429, let's say on the 15 minutes, any form of strength on this 429, let's say we start seeing something like this, we go in, we come back, tap it, and hold, then this is some strength. I need to start seeing some evening stars, candles that shows that buyers are stepping in large form. But for now, if they don't do that, it might be time to start reconsidering. Are we going lower? Are we going back to 400? So there's a potential that we see this is a break. They broke this major support. This has been support for days, for since April the 17th. They broke this major support. It's possible that this is a break, retest, and fail. back to the 400s, probably touching here first, touching 410 first, then 400 next. But it's also a possibility. So there are two possibilities here. And I'm not going to deny the fact. We're in a bull market. If you look at the structure on the bigger time frame, it's still very much bullish. This is flag. This is a bull flag right here. Let me draw it out. This is a bull flag right here. Pumped, flag, then ran. But it's pulling back. It's fine. It's still very much fine. This is still a flag. As long as it holds right here, as long as this holds, as long as this comes and holds right here, it's still very much a bull flag. If we start seeing structures like this, where we come right here, we come, then we break and we test right here under this platform right here, under this place that is support, and we fail from here, then there's a bigger problem. It's a much bigger problem. Then we need to start getting worried for the tech market at large. So I like those for now. I like those for now. But there are multiple options right here. It's possible this is just a retest of this major resistance now becoming support, which we would love to see. Then we'll go higher, or it's a break and retest of this 29 for 29. Then it retest and fail further to like 400s, probably first up at 410, then 400s. Then depending on what they do at this support level, then we might start seeing lower, or we might just see a turnaround. And that will be we'll handle it as it comes. We'll handle it as it comes. The next one I love to talk about, because they are the magic hour today, was AVGO. AVGO looks beautiful. AVGO looks very beautiful. If we go on the 1 hour, market closed. I need to see. They had earnings today. They had beautiful earnings today, and right now, I think this is not updating. This is not updating. Let me see. Yeah, this is not accounting for the earnings they are today. So if you look at on the, this is not accounting for the earnings they are today. But right now, I think it's at the 420s or 414s. So they left a major gap. Of course, like I said, market don't like gaps. Market don't like when there's low participation. But Avgo didn't just do that. Avgo came to this top of support. Market, some market can be very, very insane sometimes. So you one thing, they just want to fill this gap with the earnings they had, maybe the wrong direction they had, and go back up. But market chose to come right here. It came. It didn't stop at this support. Same pattern we have on Microsoft. Same pattern. But right now, market Avgo is chilling somewhere in the 420s, and you want to be worried. You want to be worried. But because of the kind of market we have, I still believe that there is more to get from this market. It's still a lot bullish. I would not be surprised if market comes right, Avgo comes right to like 400s and start bouncing back, or tomorrow comes. Tomorrow market comes on Thursday, we claim back here, back tested olds, then we should back up probably next week and all that. I will not be surprised to start seeing this kind of movement. But where I will start getting worried, where I will start getting worried is if we start seeing shapes like this. So right now, market is right here. Market, I've got happened. I've got happened to I've go, and we saw something like this today. Where I will start getting worried is maybe we chop around, then at some point maybe we come under this platform, under this support for days. This is the 4 hour chart, so this is being support for days. Where I'll start getting concerned is if we break under it and back test, and we start seeing weakness right here, and this is a recipe for we are going lower. This is some recipe for we are going lower, way lower, way lower. And what happens with thin structures like this? Very thin structures like this attract, yeah, attractive. There's on the volume profile, you see how very tiny it is. Very, there are gaps here and there. There was low participation. So I will not be surprised if we start losing this support. If we start losing 409, I would not be surprised at some point we'll come back to the 200s. I would not be surprised, but I do not want to see that. I want to see the beautiful US chart, the USA, I want to see them come, this support, hold this resistance, because there was no back test. You just shot right through it. I need them to see come back test here, hold 438. I need to start seeing strength around 438. Then we'll go back. Then we do 500, probably 600 and more. So that's what I would love to see. This is the end of my video. I hope you guys have a lovely trading day tomorrow. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yep, I hope you guys have a lovely trading day tomorrow. And we'll see tomorrow. I'll probably post another video tomorrow. This is gonna be like a daily video post. I go over summaries of the futures market, the Nasdaq, the ES, and I go over some equities. And if you want me to go over any equity, you can drop a comment in the comment, drop a comment and say, hey, can you go over? I like a perspective about the market. Can you go over the Nvidia? Can you go over the Tesla? I'll sure do that. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.